Hey y'all. Welcome back.
Hey.
Perfect.
Is it
Yes,
really?
it is. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Y'all,
Lord,
this is our third, fourth time recording. Technical difficulties.
listen, if you know, you know, okay? Technical difficulties, it is what it is. This is part of it. So,
Yeah, we're back after weeks of celebrating and stuff, holidays, vacation.
COVID.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
I mean, we've had a lot. A lot has happened within these last couple of weeks. Your girl's got COVID. She had COVID. Whoa, Jesus. Had COVID, and it was around Thanksgiving. Horrible experience. Would not wish it on my worst enemy. For me, my experience was not really good. I had a lot of respiratory, like shortness of breath, couldn't breathe. Type of symptoms and severe cough. So all of the things, I never lost my sense of smell or taste. Thank God. But I really
Wow.
could. I honestly wasn't even worried about that part either.
Now
Just
you already had like asthma or
I did. So I have
allergies or something.
right. So according to your for those people who have asthma or who have been diagnosed with asthma in their younger years, typically for a lot of people they will grow out of it. So that means that if every other week or month, or depending on how severe your case was, as you grow older, for some of us we grow out of it. So I have
Mhm.
not had a flare up. They consider my type asthma like seasonal almost, because it's connected with the ear, nose, throat, allergy, all that kind of good stuff. So I haven't had any issues in years with my asthma. Every now and again I may get a flare up just because of the season changes and with the pollen and stuff here in Nashville, but I mean even then it's not anything um where I struggle with that. But, it is in me. So I'm thinking that that could be definitely a contributing factor to how I was responsive to it.
Yeah, you're because they said, people with any type of underlying, breathing issues already or
But
nose,
here's the
nasal,
thing,
it could
my
just make that
husband,
worse.
his mother, she got it,
Mhm.
knocked the wind out of her. I mean, she's a nurse, so she's around it all the time, and she thinks that she ended up getting it like grocery store or something random. And
Who
she's
knows?
perfectly
Yeah.
healthy, Corvette riding mama, like all, she's just good shape, just no pre-existing anything. She got it and it knocked her out. And his grandmother got it. She still was traveling to like Africa, not like now, but what I'm
Mhm.
saying is his grandmother isn't like the typical grandmother where, she's out here traveling like overseas, and she was in ICU. So,
Everyone's okay now, thank God, or
well, his grandmother's still in the hospital.
Mhm.
And then his mother, she's getting better, but you know,
Mhm.
she's still not back to where she was. So,
Well, our prayers go out to them. We're so glad that you're okay. Thank God. Looking better than ever, so
yes,
that's
girl.
good.
Yes, girl.
Um, this is just so crazy,
Crazy
just
times.
thinking about because we reported all of this from the beginning, from when it was just a rumor, in China and a conspiracy theory, and now it's like this is real life. Talking about COVID, how do you feel about the vaccines that have recently been released? And I think it's going to become more widespread and such, and maybe possibly mandatory. How do you feel about that?
You know, I I have mixed emotions about it, just because with everything, nobody knows anything. I with even
Yeah.
the symptoms that I was having, buckled over, couldn't breathe, hacking, all that stuff. The doctor
Mhm.
still was like, "No, I don't really think that we should test you for COVID. I mean, you're really only experiencing like, one or two symptoms, and you're fine. I'm just going to give you these medications and you should be fine."
That's what gets
So,
me. You're not the
yeah.
first person to tell me that. I've heard people like the first person who told me she had it, they told her don't even come in. They was like, yeah, you may have it, you may not. Just don't come in. Just see what
Mhm.
happens in a week, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I'm just like, is it serious? We know it is. We know people end up in ICU. So it's just so disturbing to me how like some cases are handled, I guess, so sensitively and urgent. And then others are just like, oh, maybe not. No,
Right.
don't even test her. It's fine. Like we're
Right.
not in a whole fucking pandemic. Like I'm just so
Right.
confused.
Right. And I also think that specifically for those people that have, been struggling with some kind of underlying something, and they're calling saying, "Hey," or they're coming into the office saying, "Hey, you know, it's not like we're asymptomatic here, and so even when I came home and my family was like, what they said, did you get tested? And I was just like, well, no, he
Hmm.
didn't think I should, and they were like, oh, no, 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 take your ass back down there, because again, to my point, the doctors don't know, like there's not there they have these checklists of items that you may qualify under, but then you may have one thing and not experience the other stuff, but you still can have COVID. So I went back down there the next day. I mean, he still was kind of like, okay, if you're sure you want to take. I mean, this is the stuff. I'm just at this point, I'm just
I
like, wow.
just cannot.
And then I had it. So to the point of the vaccine, my feelings, honestly, I don't have any. I'm gonna be honest, like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. What I will
So
say, what
are you taking it? Is guess what I'm asking you. If you don't have any feelings, then that means either way,
either way, I
you
don't.
don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I would take it. Yeah, if I don't
Okay.
take it, if I now, what I will say is too, I'm not the first in line to be like, give me the vaccine either. Like
Mhm.
I, I guess if they made it mandatory, I'm not like, oh my god, this is bullshit. I just don't. Right now, I'm just in the middle. I'm just in the middle, just because I don't know if I'm in
Wow.
this space of like,
Yeah.
I just
I gotta know for me, I mean, I would never take it. But I think if I had COVID, that would even more so make me feel like I don't need to take it. Like I already had COVID and I'm fine. I beat it. So I don't know. I think that's how I would feel about it. But like you said, you're not first in line. I hope we don't I hope we're not forced to be in line. I
yeah,
know they're gonna probably, from what I've seen, the most likely to happen first would be like the travel restrictions on the passports with the vaccine status. Um, and then next would be like the schools, to get the kids back in the schools. And
right.
then possibly workforce. I know they're trying to do it like now in like senior citizen homes and things like that. I don't know, man. I mean, conspiracy theory aside, I just think it's ridiculous that, we're rushing this vaccine, especially when it's like case by case. Some doctors aren't even considering it an urgency if you're showing symptoms. So why would we try to rush a vaccine? Like make it make sense, because a vaccine in 7 to 10 months being distributed to the mass population, when vaccines on average take 7 to 10 years, that's a problem. Like, why is that not a problem? Why is it okay? You know what I'm saying? We're skipping some checks and balances or something, or this thing has been, worked on long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Which one, something ain't
Mm-hmm.
adding up.
Yeah. I mean, I personally feel like it's already been worked on. I just do. Um and even then, with that potential theory or not, um,
What
you
theory?
know,
What theory?
that it's been worked on. Like I feel like this
Oh,
has
yeah.
been in the works. Like I feel
Yeah.
like
One
the
of the
United
theories.
I feel
Yeah.
like the government isn't going to release anything that they can't cure, or they don't have the remedy to cure some and not others. Like just like I feel like there's a remedy for HIV AIDS, I feel like there's a cure for cancer. I feel like,
Yeah.
I do believe that. And
Yeah. People, things that we that's what just kills me. It's like for y'all to rush this vaccine because of the pandemic. It's like there have been things out here killing people that we know been killing people in large quantities
by the
for
droves.
decades and decades and decades. Y'all ain't had no vaccine for that yet.
Because
It's just
it's tied for me, I feel like it's tied to a dollar. Whereas COVID is like shutting down dollars. Because it's shutting down businesses. I mean, think specifically speaking for the United States. I mean, we're not even a country. We're just like a business. You know what I mean? And like all these other countries that are taking COVID and have taken COVID seriously, no matter if you've had symptoms or no symptoms, they've just been taking different things and different measures very seriously. And I feel like the United States is all about the American dollar. And it's fucking with people. So it's like, oh, we gotta rush this shit. Forget cancer, forget AIDS, forget the flu, forget all these other things that have been wiping us out clean. And they don't, it's like, I don't know. I just feel like it's hell, heart disease, all kind of stuff. All of these different places. One of the things that I do know is majority of the people who file bankruptcy have health insurance. And the reason they file for bankruptcy is because of medical bills. Make that make sense. I have health insurance. I've got all these bills, but I have to file bankruptcy.
Because you just get it. It's like basically getting the services on credit, damn near. Because most people can't afford the copays or whatever it is, the percentage that you got to pay, and you just get billed, and then you may lose your job, and then you're fucked.
I mean, it's one big snowball effect, and that's what I'm saying. It's like it's all about the American dollar, and there's so many different things out here where you would think the American Heart Association and all these different places that stand behind raising money to find the cures, but they're the very ones that have these websites telling you to eat this, which is clearly not good for you. Like it's contradicting. And it's been like this for years. These conspiracy theorists and all these different theories are not just coming out of nowhere. Like if you really take the time to piece together the dots, the shit makes sense like a motherfucker.
You saw that documentary, What the Health?
No. Oh, yeah, I have seen that. Yes.
Yeah. Anybody doubting the conspiracy behind what Mia just said about like them pushing out the cure for the fucking disease they're causing, watch What the Health, because they're literally pushing out it's a cash cow. Mm-hmm. You get people sick.
Yep.
Buy your product.
Yep.
Okay. Then you got to give them the medicine. They got to buy your product. They got to buy the cure. But you got to keep them sick. It's a sick cycle. And I mean, I don't know if these vaccines are going to be free, but I mean, imagine the payoff there if everyone in the world has to take a fucking forced vaccine that we have to pay for or use our insurance for or whatever.
Right.
I mean, that's a fucking money grab.
Yep. I mean, it's all a shit show. That's why
I'm prepared to go underground for this one. Okay. So if I got to leave the apartment, if I got to leave the job, whatever I got to leave, I'm going to leave it because it goes against my beliefs. It goes against my body. I'm not fucking with it. Like,
yeah.
I don't really do nothing that's not natural. I'm allergic to aspirin. I'm allergic to Motrin. I'm allergic to medicine. I don't fuck with medicine like that, period. Yeah. I don't remember taking a vaccine since I was 5 or 6 years old, whenever they made you take for the measles and the chicken pox. And then I still end up getting the fucking chicken pox. So it just doesn't make sense to me.
But
anyway,
what's crazy though what's crazy is that I have not heard of the damn measles or chicken pox in years. Girl. So at some point that shit gets eradicated. I don't know if it's just been like the vaccine buildup because I ain't heard nobody
get the chicken pox.
Kids still get the chicken pox?
Yeah.
Really?
Kids still get the chicken pox.
What?
I've seen kids get the chicken pox.
Girl, I have not heard of the chicken pox in years or measles or any kids.
Well, measles, I think measles been gone. I don't even think measles was like a thing.
I hate the word measles, by the way. I don't want
the word measles.
Are disgusting. Measles. Like, can we just X that out?
I mean, I hear millions of stories about people's kids, but I could have sworn I heard some chickenpox stories from my friends and their kids.
Still?
Yes.
Really? I haven't. I mean, I don't know.
They get them around like 3 years old, 3 or 4 years old.
I know. Carter's never had them. His friends my close friends who have kids, they have not gotten them yet.
Oh wow.
I
That's
had the chicken
crazy.
pox.
I mean, yeah, I think every kid in the 90s had the chicken pox. Shit, I don't know. But maybe they shooting them up now. And
Girl,
maybe,
I don't know.
maybe how we didn't get the measles, they don't get the chicken pox. But I know for sure, unless my boss was lying, because we had a discussion. This was probably about a year or two ago, though, because it was literally a discussion about what to do for chicken pox. And she was saying calamine lotion or whatever. And I was like, yeah, that works. But I remember oatmeal. I was like, I just remember
Oatmeal
my mom
bath.
putting oatmeal on me, and that shit worked.
Aveeno.
Mm-hmm. Well, this was way before Aveeno, girl. This was like in 90. Well, I don't know when Aveeno started, but
It did.
I
It
just
started then.
remember.
It was up. It was there. Girl, it was.
Oh,
I took the package and the oatmeal baths.
my mom used to get that real oatmeal shit and paste it on me. I was like in
It was
first
so hard
grade
to
when I got
clean
the
out the
chicken pox.
bathtub. I remember it was really hard to clean out the bathtub because it was so thick and pasty.
Yeah, yeah.
But hey,
Maybe it works, girl. Maybe it works. I'm gonna see in 5-10 years when all y'all take the vaccine and y'all are fine and y'all kids is fine.
Yeah.
I'll come up. I'll rise again. You know what I'm saying? Be
No,
open.
I'll rise again.
I'm prepared to go underground. I'm tired of society anyway.
Ugh, girl, what you said. What you said. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am so ready to get into some damn hot topics, child. Like,
yeah, we got a lot of hot topics. That was
we have
one
a
of them.
ton of
Got that out
shit.
the way.
We have a ton of shit.
Where you want to go next?
I don't know. Where I don't know.
Well, I do want to talk about this because it's trending real quick. We can just graze over it. This is really for the younger folks, okay? But the whole Meg the Stallion beef with I don't know if y'all seen, but like if you follow Shade Room or on social media, Twitter, whatever, Meg the Stallion, City Girls, and Asian Doll are having some online beef between each other. If y'all don't know, Meg the Stallion has literally fallen out with all of her friends. One of her the girl that was in the car when Kelsey, yes, that was her best friend before the whole shooting thing. They fell out after that shooting. Her best friend put a diss track out against her, all types of shit. Now she fell out with Asian Doll. Asian Doll is the girlfriend. She's an up and coming rapper. I think she was signed to G Unit or Gucci Man or something like that. But she's known most recently for her boyfriend was a rapper, King Von. He just got shot and killed in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately.
Rest in peace, King Von.
Yeah, so she's been in the media ever since then because that just happened like a month or two ago. And so apparently the beef is that Megan took Asian Doll off of a song that she had. Okay. Asian and Megan Doll were friends before Megan blew up really big. So Megan and Asian were both up and coming rappers. Megan blew up really big. Asian Doll, not so much. Okay. And so they took Asian Doll's verse off of Megan Thee Stallion's song and put City Girls on there. So she played that song on live, Asian Doll did. And apparently the fans kind of said, oh, you're being shady towards Megan, and Megan, you're being shady. So basically this is a fan beef. You know how like Nicki Minaj's fans and Cardi B fans kind of got into it like that. So it's kind of like that. But it went to Twitter and everything. And now I don't know if you've seen it, but they've been talking about Young Miami's dead baby father. It's just getting really below the belt. And it's just like, I just remember when celebrities, we say this all the time, but it's just like, please bring back the 90s and like celebrities that just didn't do this fuckery all the time for the internet. Like, why do we need to know all of y'all business like this? Like, Meg, you have too much shit going on. Like, you just got shot. Yo, like
have we even gotten closure from that? Like, I feel like that's still ongoing.
We just still don't know. The court case is like postponed or some shit. So we'll know soon once like the court case happens and we see who gets charged for the shooting. But it's just too much drama.
Girl,
I wanted to mention that.
I can't. It turns me off from the artists. If I'm
it does.
Like, I kind of don't want to know.
I don't.
We want to know shit like let us find out about stuff. Like, don't put it out there. Like there was a sense of like, oh, did you hear about XYZ? Like now it's like people are like yelling on their lives, they're
No.
crying, they're
I
like,
couldn't even listen to it.
they're like, this bitch did this. Look, y'all, I'm on live. This is what she said, scrolling. It's too much. It's too much
Way too much.
information. We don't want it coming at us that fast. We definitely don't want us having you tell us what happened. We still kind of want to put together shit. Like even think about Beyonce in the elevator with
Yep.
Solange and Jay-Z.
We
like,
still don't know. And I
there's
still
still
want to
commotion
know.
around now. But what we're still like, damn, man, I wish I would know. But something is dope about that because we don't know, but we know. We saw, but we really don't know. So yeah,
Beyonce don't clear up no fucking rumors. She don't clear up shit.
she don't clear up shit. She lets you assume.
We still want to know why her belly folded into itself on national television. I still want to know
What?
remember when she was pregnant and she had that interview and her stomach folded into itself?
No. Oh God. Do we need oh my God. Do we need to
Girl,
put a
her
clip?
stomach literally like folded into herself. And then everybody all over the news was just like, oh, Beyonce clearing Beyonce being accused of fake baby bump. Because she was on some show and her stomach, it like collapsed or something. Granted, that could have been some garment. We don't know. She never cleared it up. So people ran with it. Some people are like, yeah, she had a surrogate. That's a fake stomach. Other people are just like, oh my God, that was her dress folding into itself. Like, we just never know. To this day, it's still a discussion topic.
It's still a
That's
discussion
how
topic.
you keep allure, people.
That's how you do
That's
it.
how you keep it. But we still don't know.
Girl.
We think her and Jay-Z been in the Illuminati for 20 years, and they still to this day like
we still
they
think
throw up
Jay-Z,
all the Illuminati symbols.
Listen, we think Jay-Z still got that older daughter out here somewhere, and people like, I seen her, I know her. Like, we don't know. No one has come forward to disclose any more or any less information.
No,
you know, like
no.
I don't know. It's real weird. It's real whack. It's really like this whole world is becoming a reality show for our phones and
trash ass reality show.
Huh?
Bruh. I said a trash ass reality show.
Trash ass. That's a trash ash. But yeah,
Trash.
I'm not for it. I'm
still waiting to see this inauguration. I want to see how this gonna pop off. Right. I'm gonna get my popcorn and everything.
Let me get my shit.
Cause this one gonna be different. I just feel like
yep.
This one gonna be different. I don't know how.
Yep. So that was I don't know. Get it together. I mean, there is something to be said about people who don't put all their business out there.
Yeah, less is more, y'all.
You can't pay me enough to cry on live and talk about my business.
No, I don't. I don't see how people can do that. How can you even press record, bitch? And start crying? Like, I could see if you're talking and then maybe you get passionate within and a tear falls and you recover because you're live. You're like, oh, sorry, y'all. Oh, let me get my shit together.
Yep.
Composure.
Right.
Like, have some fucking respect and dignity, y'all.
Exactly. Yes.
And if you need to talk to somebody, there are hotlines for stuff like that. I'm not even joking. For real. Yeah, social media is not where you want to go if you're looking for a sensitive ear or a shoulder to cry on. Like, don't do it.
And social media, I must say, is not for you to create, again, fake pages to come out and speak your piece or not, because it's just giving miserable and bothered vibes. Always. Okay. I stay on a bitch mind. It is what it is. I'm sure plenty of you all have people out there that, are minding your business for you, but social media, baby, is not the space for it, because you will get dragged and it's giving miserable and bothered, period.
Okay, y'all. Mia had to get that out the way. Whoever's listening, period. I hope you heard that. Okay. Speaking of social media going viral, let's hop into this next topic, which I know is on your mind. Our page is still popping right now because you posted it.
Ooh.
So this is I just actually watched a live stream about this on YouTube, but this is about the ex, I don't know if he's current or ex NBA player who just recently got interviewed by Hollywood Unlocked. What's his name? Jason
Oh
Lee.
God.
So
Let
he
me.
had a relationship with the transgendered transsexual Jeffree Star, that makeup artist,
What is his
whatever.
name? I forget his
His name is
name.
Andre something, Andre Marhold or something like that. He blew the internet up this week, y'all. Caused a lot of discussion in the YouTube streets and Instagram streets or whatever. Basically, Jason Lee asked him if he had told his baby mothers and other women that he had been with about his sexual relation or sexual interest in men or transgenders when he was with them. Okay. Because this whole scandal is that Jeffree Star basically cheated on his baby mom or broke up with his baby mom or not Jeffree Star, Jeffree Star's man, this NBA
Right.
player, this dude,
Find his name.
broke up with, his name is Andre something, I'm telling you. But he broke up with his baby mama or his girlfriend for Jeffree Star. And she had to find out publicly that this man not only was cheating on her, not only didn't want to be with her no more, but that he was in another relationship with a man or a transgender woman.
Right.
Okay, so Jason Lee asked him, okay, do you think you need to be disclosing this information to people that you are in sexual relationships with? And
Of the
women,
opposite sex.
yeah, women. Do you need to tell women
Yeah.
that you have relations with men? And he says, no. He says, no, he doesn't think he needs to say that because women can't handle the truth. And just because he did it a time or two or whatever, that doesn't mean he's continually doing it. And women aren't able to basically handle that information. That's why he's not telling women.
And I
And
would agree with
so
that.
it caused a frenzy. We have over 300, 400 comments on the post on Instagram. I just listened to like a 2-hour live stream while I was working, basically, of all types of people calling in with their opinions. And it's so crazy because people are all over the spectrum here. And
They
you know,
are.
it gets real iffy with the LBGT rights, and now people are taking offense to certain things. And you start off, Mia. How do you feel about everything?
Child. Look.
Uh,
If you are a heterosexual male that we are interested in each other, I would like to know if you have had experiences with the same sex gender. Period. It's no different. I think that the reality of it is that people get super sensitive about certain things, but when you think about any other type of male female relationship, we always go off topic. Nigga, how many bitches you done fucked? You know what I'm saying? How many pussies you didn't ate? Have you ever slept with somebody on the first night? Have you, I mean, it goes
mhm.
all over the place. So for
Mhm.
people to be like, well, for the people that are like, well, I agree with, and his last name's Marhold, for those who want to look it up, Andre Marhold,
Marhold.
for
Okay.
those who agree with him and think that, oh, I don't have to talk about who I've been with in the
Disclose.
past, because if I was dating a woman, I'm not going to ask her how many men she's been with in the past because I don't care. Okay, that's your prerogative, but at the end of the day, we can't act like those questions still aren't being asked in female male relationships anyway. I know I've asked them, even though I may or may not get the right answer. It's been asked to me, even though I may lie and say I've only slept with one guy my whole life. If I've slept with three, who knows? It's just, I guess what I'm saying is, it's like, if it's just if somebody asks you a question, or if it's something that that I can't say that that I haven't been with other women, but I think we know what will trigger someone. And the fact that you feel like women can't handle it is even more of a reason why you should say it. So that
It's
way you give
ridiculous.
them the choice to continue on or not. You don't just say, well, because you can't handle this, I'm not going to disclose this information so that I, for my own selfish reasons, can talk to you or continue to be around you and perpetuate like who I am right now. Because the reality of it is, I may not want to date someone who's, tried different things, you
Right.
know,
And that's your right. You
and
know what
that's,
I'm
I
saying?
feel like I shouldn't be judged because that's me. And if we're just getting to know each other, yeah, this is the stuff that comes out. This is the perfect time that this would come out. Before feelings are developed, before babies are involved, like
Girl, that's what's so funny because he said, so Jeffrey's not Jeffrey, I keep calling this man Jeffree Star. So to put things into perspective, y'all, Jeffree Star is a white transgendered like multimillionaire. He became YouTube famous and now he has like all types of makeup lines or whatever. This guy is black, okay? And what the consensus was, basically what he was alluding to is that black women, Andre, he was saying they can't handle the truth with stuff like that, because the interview actually got a lot deeper and went a lot longer, and it basically got to the point where it was like, once again, the blame gets put here on black women, that black women aren't open enough or accepting enough to have a man be honest with them and be like, well, I had an experience once or whatever, but I'm not into that anymore. And that's what some people's arguments were like, well, black women need to loosen up and black women need to be more accepting and not so uh ultra masculinity or toxic masculinity, whatever. And they made it seem like it was I don't know. It's like the tables get turned. We can't win either way, because my thing is, in any other situation, like say a black woman is too domineering or whatever, what do? Y'all go and leave and find the next person, the white girl or whatever the case may be. So it's like, if we're not the ones who are going to take your sexual experience or whatever, why even continue to fuck with us if you're doing shit on the down low? Go find someone who's more open and honest or whatever, who you could be open and honest with, because in
right,
any other scenario you would do that.
right,
It's just, I don't know. And also I've seen a lot of people talking about in our comments in particular that it's like homophobia if if a woman's not accepting of a man who may have tried something with another man, because in society men are accepting of women who have maybe had experiences with other women. My thing here is, that is a societal thing where in some cases men push that onto women as being sexy, as being like they want to see that, like that's arousing to not all men, but to some men, to a lot of men. Some women are even willing to do things they don't want to do with another woman to please their man. So in that case, it's like, don't put the blame on us because men find that shit sexy. Okay, us as women, as a straight woman, for the most part, we want a straight man. And I don't think it's nothing wrong with wanting a straight man. That doesn't make you homophobic because you don't want a man that is unclear with what he wants sexually. I just feel like I can't compete with, and it has nothing to do with being insecure or whatever, but I know men are very sexual. Everyone knows a men's libido, for the most part, men are ultra hypersexual for the most part, not all the time. But it's like, if there's something sexually that you're getting from a man and you like that, you're going to lust for that again. And I
true.
can't provide you that. Even if I wanted to be accepting, whatever, I'm not a man. I can't provide you whatever you're lusting after. Why is that so wrong? Like, girl, I don't know if you've been reading our comments. It's like kind of 50-50.
I
But,
stopped
you know,
reading them after, I'm gonna be honest, I stopped reading them after a while, because it just
yeah,
kept
yeah, it
getting
gets
more and more
exhausting.
and more and more. But the
Yeah,
consensus, like you said, they were all over the spectrum. You had
they
some
were.
that were far left, some that were far right, and then you had some that were in the middle. And it is what it is, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. And I think that what we have to stop doing is generalizing everyone's preference.
Right,
And
right.
because I am a straight woman, if I want a straight man, That does not mean, like you mentioned, that, I'm homophobic or I just, oh my God, it's the worst thing ever. It's just, no, this is what I prefer and I'm entitled. Just like if you prefer to date a woman and you're a woman, you have that right. You know what I mean? And so I think that this comes more from the LGBTQ community though, where
Yeah.
everything is very, very sensitive, ultra sensitive. And they have to stop pushing that narrative of, for some of them, that because some people don't agree with, the beliefs or some things that they may feel like, is their norm, doesn't mean that everyone's like, oh my God, I hate this person, or I'm homophobic, or oh my God, I'm the worst person ever. That's There is a middle. We are in America where we are able to believe and think and have free speech and whatever. And as long as it's not talking about being hurtful or harmful or, discriminatory or anything like that, then we're entitled to want what we want as humans. And I remember seeing this show. I don't know if it was Big Brother or whatever it was, but
Hold up. Now, Big Brother's like my favorite show.
I don't know what it was. It was some show. It was a show that I never watched. I just remember a clip, and it had Genuine, who I used to be obsessed with back in the
Not
day.
Big Brother.
Yeah, I used to have yeah, it couldn't have been Big Brother, but whatever. It was like that type of like
Reality.
that view, that how they show it. So there was a transvestite, and there amongst, other people, and she just tried to like kiss Genuine, and
What?
he was like, whoa.
I
And
don't
she
remember
got
this.
upset because she was like, oh, you're homophobic because you don't want to kiss me, blah blah blah. He's like, no, I'm not homophobic because I don't want to kiss you. I'm not into that. I'm not into transvestite. Like, I'm not and that's okay. Why do you have to push this on me? What? When has that ever happened where you have, I don't care if she was I don't care if she was born female.
Oh, girl, you were right. This was Celebrity UK Big Brother. Wow, I've never seen the UK one. Wow.
So again, I just remember a headline and I was like, who's trying to kiss? Oh.
Not Genuine,
Girl,
girl.
not Elgin Lumpkin, child. So, yeah, he was like, she like attacked him and just got so mad because he was like, whoa, what are you doing? Like, chill.
Yeah.
And she was just like, oh, you're homophobic. You don't want to kiss me. You just want to be. It is like, so I feel like it comes more from that side where they're just they want you to be so accepting of all of it. And it's like,
just
hell,
because you're
black
accepting,
people
that
are
doesn't mean you
not
want
even
to
accepted
partake.
now. So,
Girl, that part.
I mean, baby, it's steps, okay?
And even if you are accepted, it's like that doesn't freaking mean I want to partake or have that a part of my life now.
Or acceptance doesn't exactly. Acceptance does not equally mean that you force your opinions and your beliefs on me, and I have to, live my life by having someone attack me who's a transvestite. And because I choose to turn my head left or turn my head right, I don't want, I'm blocking your ass. Now I gotta have the homophobic label. Whoa, slow down, gym shoes. Where does that happen?
Girl, I just heard so many people in these comments basically saying that like you're homophobic if you are a woman who would basically not date your man if they told you that they had sexual experiences with another man in the past. You're either insecure or homophobe. I'm just like,
And I'll be
what?
that. I'm okay with that. Well, I won't be
Dumb as
homophobe.
hell.
I
Like,
won't be
or
homophobe, but
dumb,
I will be. You
dumb
can
as
call me
rock.
insecure. You can call me whatever you want to. But
What you not gonna call me this man's freaking beard girlfriend because we all know he's gay.
when
Like
he's getting pounded
or
out the ass,
bisexual, whatever.
girl, they can kick rocks with that opinion because I don't give a damn. And I don't know. I hate even talking about the whole LGBTQ ABCDEFG community because they're very, very sensitive and understandably so. but
Oh.
I
They
just
have a
feel
lot
like
of shit behind them. They have
I,
like laws and shit to help them. Like
but I also feel
I
like it's
just
a
say like
reverse situation too. Like you guys are, some of you all are bullying us because we are living our lives in a way that we want to. So it's like, I can't, don't be mad at me because I was born this way and the guy that I'm with was born his way and we're together and we prefer how each other are born.
can't we all just get along? Like
Like,
the
why do
fuck?
I have to defend the way that I was born?
I know. It's a crazy society now. Like, I mean, you have to be careful what you
You
say.
have to.
Like in my where was I at? I was at some work. I'm not telling y'all where I work at. Some of y'all know, some of y'all don't. Okay. But we were in some meeting and it was brought to the attention that this guy had got he's not gay or anything like that, but he said that he had to check someone in a meeting because someone referred to another person as a pronoun of she, and she knew because she was cool with this person that this person didn't want to be referred to as she, so she
Right.
checked them and was like, no, they or
Yeah.
something. And she shared that story with us about basically how you have to interject yourself to do the right thing in the name of your your fucking people. And I'm just like, how the hell do you know? Like, I don't know who want to be called he, she, they. All I know is you look like a woman. I'm a woman. You look like a man. Like, don't fucking villainize this man because he called her her. I mean, why
Well,
is that so crazy?
exactly.
I don't know. I'm just
It's like, that's why I'm like, I try to stay away from those conversations because, you know, it's just they're more sensitive than how we, like I said, we are with black people and
yeah.
skin
Because
race
she said it
and
with the attitude like, ugh, like how dare you call her her? And it's like, how the fuck is he supposed to know that today she doesn't like we don't know when this started? Like just because that's my thing. People can't get mad because, like you said, we're not adopting to your beliefs. We just know what was shit, what was happening since we were born. This is the way it's been done. This is the way we've been classifying people, male, female, like shit. We don't know what you want to be called today. Like we
we
just don't
don't
know.
know. We don't know. Okay? We don't know.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I don't know. I know it's too much for me to take on. And if I will say this, if I was ever to be out here dating, thank God I'm married. But if I were to ever be out
Girl.
here dating, I would want to know if you have been with
Girl, in
other
2020,
men.
2021, at this point, it has to be a question. Like, it has to be addressed because you can't even assume shit no more. Like,
Mhm.
you
And just
assume
because
some
you
shit.
ask doesn't mean that someone's going to tell you the truth either. Then
It
there's that.
doesn't. It
Then there's
doesn't.
that too. But
It is that.
I would hope that body language, something, if he's
Go with your gut
hesitating,
instinct. I feel like woman's intuition, you always have a little inkling that something ain't right, or maybe,
you
or something
do,
was weird, or something was off, or
girl.
I don't know. That was a weird thing during sex, or that was a weird look he gave the waiter. I don't know. Just keep your eyes and your energy open because from these consensus, people are still very much so on the down low out here. You
Big
know what I'm
time.
saying? In 2021, and majority it is
Well,
black
it's
people.
getting worse. I mean, it's
It's
getting
getting worse because some people now are afraid. And that's my thing. In 2021, nobody should really be lying about what they like, who they like, because there's literally a group for anyone. There's somebody for you, no matter what you like. I don't care if you like fucking sheep with green clothes on. Like, there's a group for you probably on the internet of people who like the same exact thing you like. So I just don't feel like there's no reason for nobody to be wearing no mask and being
right.
on the down low and ruining people's fucking lives. This is
Oh my
crazy.
god. Yeah. Yeah, it's just too much.
It's happening to this
It's
day.
happening. And if you have kids, I am just like at the point where, and I've said this before, where, I've heard that people are trying to push for the rights of, not having to disclose that they were born male or female. And not, and then there's that, meaning like I don't have to tell you that I was born as a male or a female, so that way when I encounter you and I know you're a straight male and I was born a male, but now because I decide that I'm a woman or,
Mm-mm.
gender neutral, I can just not tell you that at all and have you think that I've been a girl all this time. And so for
That's
me,
just not cool. It's just so deceptive. And it's just like, if you want to be something, just be it. And just guess
own
what?
it.
Yes, own it. There's
Own
plenty
the
of people out
whole
there.
thing. Own the
You may
whole
have
thing.
exactly.
Listen,
And
I was born a male. Now I'm a female. Listen, I own it. I'm proud of it. I
that's what I'm
am
saying.
standing on this so that the next one can come forward and not be afraid.
And that's what I'm saying. It's easier said than done. And that's what some people were saying, like, because I was in this live stream today and, people were on there and they were just saying, how are guys supposed to come out? They could ruin their whole lives and their whole families could walk away and their whole jobs. And it's just like, okay, that shit has been done before. You got to keep doing it so that is not a big deal for the next person.
Exactly.
Like, you're not the only one who's come out. Maybe you'll lose a few friends. Maybe you got to get a new job. You could sue them for that now. Okay. There's a whole bunch of shit.
Maybe you won't get the guy that you thought you were going to be able to get now that this information has come out, or a girl.
But there's somebody out there, just like Andre, whoever, who will get up on wherever and say, yes, this is my man or my girl. Mm-hmm. And just because you were born a man, he doesn't care. Mm-hmm. So there's somebody for you. There's no reason to be out here lying to people, because that's going to get y'all in a worse predicament. People are crazy as fuck. Right. I would not be playing with people's emotions and shit in 2021. Right. I just wouldn't.
Right. Period.
I wouldn't. Yeah. And all this stuff about like women can't handle it, that's your choice. Like, I just feel like that's a woman's choice whether or not she accepts that or not. Just like it's your choice if you accept if she fucked 100 niggas or not. That's your choice. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Give her that opportunity.
Yep. Same thing with, cheating. It's like, a lot of people, you're not telling her because she can handle it. You're obviously disclosing the information because it's fucked up. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I'm not going to share with her that I've been with men, because guess what? I know that's fucked up and it's not something she's going to want to hear. So it's the same concept. Like, unfortunately, you have to have certain uncomfortable conversations. Give people the choice. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. But ultimately, if you really care about someone, or you would want someone to do good, if you want good karma, then give them the choice.
Just stay married, girl.
I see. I'm just like, what is going on out here? Like,
oh my God. I'm so glad I'm celibate.
Even so between some of my other girlfriends, I'm just like, what is going on?
I don't want no parts. I'm good. I'm celibate and I'm happy.
Listen, peace of mind.
Too much fuck shit going on out here.
Peace of mind. You cannot put a price on that motherfucker right there. I'm trying to tell you. So, what else do we want to get into? That was juicy as fuck. I forgot about that, girl. Woo!
Oh, really? I thought that was on your list.
Well, it wasn't not on my list, but it's just one of those things that I was like, gosh, like, oh my God, forgot about that one. That was huge.
Yeah, it's still going viral right now. People are going back and forth in our comment.
So I want to talk about the Housewives. Just,
oh yeah, that
shall we? If we can just kind of just glance through it, talk about the castmates. So we can. I know you don't watch Potomac, do you?
I don't.
You don't watch Potomac.
I need to.
Well, for those of our audience and population that watch Potomac, I know that it's been very juicy, child. This season it's been very juicy, honey. You know, with the whole Jamal Bryant, you know, pastor who was married to Giselle Bryant, and they had 3 kids together. And he cheated on her with, I think, a minor who was in the congregation, had a baby with her. And since then they've gotten divorced. This was years ago. They had gotten divorced. I think he has 6 kids now total. 3 with Giselle, his ex-wife, and then 3 outside kids, obviously. With that being said, Giselle and Jamal have rekindled their love on the show. Their 3 kids that they share together are like, I'm not with it, mom. I'm not, I love dad. I love you. I just don't like y'all together, which to me is a big thing because usually kids want their parents together. So the fact that these kids are like, this is weird. This is awkward. I know my dad. I just basically feel like they feel like, you know, I know the trauma that my mom has been through all these years with, because Jamal Bryant is a very big name. And you know, these kids are in their teens now. So they're getting the social media and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, it's almost one of those things where the dad can't mess up if he does decide to be back with the mom. You know what I mean? Long story short, on the reunion show, it's come out since then via Monique Samuels that Jamal Bryant has been spreading his rolled oats with someone in Atlanta, possibly multiple women in Atlanta, but specifically one person in Atlanta, while Giselle and him are supposed to be rekindling their relationship. And it's just the way in which she gathered Giselle. It was very, very disheartening to see, especially a good read. I always feel like,
oh wow,
regardless whether who's right or who's wrong, when you can read somebody really well from the Rudy to the Tootie, and it crushes your soul to see somebody get freaking murdered like that via their words. Oh my God. Okay. So the season is really good. I won't go into too much more of it just because, you know, it is what it is, but it is going to be the 3rd part of the reunion airing this Sunday, where the husbands will be on there. Michael and Ashley Darby. That's going to be interesting. I feel like Michael every season is got accusations and allegations about him touching a cameraman's butt. It's always gay rumors surrounding Michael, unfortunately. I hate it. Shout out to Ashley for, you know, on baby number 2. I know their pregnancy journey has been really, really interesting. So, you know, she's pregnant with their 2nd baby. Kudos to them. And then also kudos to the cast just for, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like this season was really good. It's really, you know, spicing some stuff up. These previous seasons have been kind of drab, and, you know, Potomac, it is what it is. But I'll be curious to see how everything, you know, moves forward, especially with Candace and Monique, being that they had that fight and all that kind of stuff. So moving right along off of
I hate
Potomac.
that I don't watch that show. I'm like, maybe I should, but like you said, I feel like the last seasons probably weren't as lit as this or something.
Yeah, they weren't. I mean, you know,
people.
it's almost kind of like character setup. So, like, if you were to go back and watch some, you could watch maybe a few episodes from each season just to kind of get the flavor of the characters, and then watch just this season. Because this season was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, this season was good.
Because I went back to watch, I never seen Married to Medicine either. And I went back and I
watched
watched
Married to Medicine.
Season of that. I was cracking the fuck up.
Yes,
like,
girl.
wow,
Married to Medicine is
pretty
good as fuck. Oh my God. I love Married to Medicine. Atlanta, because, you know, they have, I think, LA. I've never seen LA. Actually.
Oh yeah, I only seen the Atlanta one.
Yeah, no, I've only seen the Atlanta one too, but meaning like based on how they shot the LA one, it didn't look entertaining, I guess is what I'm saying. Probably how Potomac looked to you. But
it only caught my eye because I saw that doctor and I was like, oh, that's the doctor that be delivering everyone's babies. I was like, they didn't gave her
Dr.
her
Jackie.
Oh my God.
Dr. Jackie. Yes, girl. She had her tea in the last couple of seasons. So if you do need to catch up, because
with her husband, right? I heard about that. Something to her husband.
Yes, child.
I like
Yes, Shot
Mariah.
Curtis,
She's so
honey.
lit.
Huh?
I like, what's her name? Mariah.
Mariah.
She's giving me Tamar vibes.
I love Mariah. I love Quad and Mariah together.
They're not cool no more,
Unfortunately,
right?
they're no longer friends. I hate it. I
Oh,
hate it. I hate
that's
it
so
just
sad.
because, it's almost kind of like a Nene and Kim or a Nene and Cynthia. Like, it's
Yeah,
like, why does it have to result
yeah.
in that? You know?
Ugh, those seasons
Um,
were just the best. I can always watch Atlanta Housewives, like the old ones.
Always.
So funny.
So
The ones with
funny.
Kim.
So
Oh
funny.
my gosh. Kim and Nene.
Girl, speaking of Housewives Atlanta, what are your thoughts this season? Have you seen the 3 episodes so far?
Girl, has it been 3? I think it's just 2, right? It's only
Three.
been 2?
This
Oh,
past Sunday was three.
okay. I think I've seen them, but they're not too engaging. There wasn't much in there for me.
There's
Um,
not,
I
but
do like the addition of Drew Sidora. I think she caught my interest. Of course, her marriage is definitely worth watching because the fuckery. Um,
the
it's just
fuckery.
her husband makes me want to vomit. Like I can't wait till she divorced. Do something, girl, because he is just bringing you down. Like oh my god. Um, I'd say that I feel like the season just feels pretty blah, pretty drab, pretty slow. Uh, Kenya seemed pretty depressed. She seems really depressed to me, Kenya. Um,
Kenya,
she
Lord.
just seems she's so miserable. I just feel like she's so miserable. She started whenever I don't know if this was this episode or last episode, they had that little get together at so and so's house, and the other new girl, I think she's like a YouTuber or something. Her and Kenya, I guess they were trying to be like the mean girls or some shit. And I'm just like, y'all are miserable. Like, I don't like that other new girl.
I
I don't
don't
know.
either. The one with the long braids that's besties with
Yeah.
Kenya. I feel like she's too
Thirsty
I feel like she's just coming on too strong. Like it's almost looking like
and authentic.
inauthentic. Yes, that's the word that I'm looking for. Um yeah, so
Extra.
I don't really know. I don't know. I
Girl,
just
they're drowning.
Drew Sidora, what I will say is I still have issues with her from the game.
Still want to know what the fuck was up with that bitch.
I
Like,
still have issues with her from the game, girl. Like
yeah.
I can't help it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think, again, it is what it is. I had my
Thirsty.
own relationship back then.
I know.
Um
But it's still
it
just like you really fucked Derwin. Like, honestly, you really did that with Derwin. And you knew he was with med school. Okay. But that goes to show just how great of a show the game is because that show been off the air for 10, 12 years. And
I can't watch it anymore.
I still watch it on YouTube. It's funny.
Yeah, it's
I
weird
watch
to
the
watch
old
it.
episodes. I love watching old shit. I'm like my grandma because she watches like Andy, whatever those old shows were in
Andy
her
Griffith.
days.
Yeah, I
Andy
love
Griffith.
watching Ultra. I love
And I
Lucy. Oh
watch
my
The
god.
Game. I watch
Yeah, I can watch like
Degrassi.
old shows, but if it's tied to an emotion, and around that time I was with, my ex, and that was our show. It's so funny because I saw him not too long ago and we were reminiscing about the game. And he was like, I can't watch that show. I was like, you can't watch that show either. He's like, nah, I can't watch that shit. I'll be like, man, cut that shit off, man.
Wow.
It's just crazy if you have, not because you have feelings for someone, it's just certain things you have, and I just like, it just is weird watching it. And so,
Yeah.
but yeah, I still have feelings about Drew. I'll be like, and I don't know why. I'm like, I don't even know this girl from a can of paint. Okay. But
Yeah.
anyways, I do feel bad.
I like her way better more than the character. I could say that.
Yes.
Better than that.
Yes.
I didn't know that was her real name. I was like, oh shit.
I didn't either. I did not either. Drew Sidora. It sounds so actressy.
Fake.
Yeah. But anyways, she seems like a sweet girl. I hate that, their relationship is played out how it is because
her man is disrespectful.
I would not want to broadcast that. And he is the class act of narcissism. We can sit up here and depict and pick apart.
I'm like, what did he say that first day that everybody went crazy about? It was like, Oh, she didn't know where he was at for 3
for
days.
3 days. Yeah, and the thing about it is, his thing was, I mean, she was like, well, he was like, why, what? By me telling you where I am, how does that help you? She's like, well, because it would just help me. I need to know. He was like, okay, but what does that solve? How does that help you? And she's like, well, I just want to know. Okay, well, all right. I was in Tampa. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you. And he's like, again, what are you gonna do with that? How does that help you, girl? Meanwhile, she's getting upset with him because she's got cameras, or apparently he's got cameras in the house, and she didn't know. And so she's like, were you watching my mom and me when you were gone? And girl, she decides to get mad and get up from the table off that. I'm like, girl, I would have been, we can sit up here and depict and pick apart their marriage all day, every day. But this is a class act. And I know we get tons of questions with Ask Melon and Me about relationship questions that you and I typically go through at the end of like an episode. We still have so many of them.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to those on some other episodes. Yeah, but I mean, a lot of them are around cheating or relationships or things like that. And what I will say is, there's nothing that Drew Sidora needs to figure out, tell her man, go see the lady. He is who he is. He is who he has shown you. He is who he has shown you to be for the last 6 years. If anything, he's just worse. And I think quarantine has brought out probably a lot more of that, because apparently he can't travel, as he was trying to tell Mike Hill, Cynthia's soon-to-be husband, or now husband. He's pissed because he can't go nowhere. So they're forced to be around each other. But all of this to say, we have to stop making excuses and being like, well, just like, why can't you tell me? Why you have to ask yourself your own questions. Why am I allowing this to happen? Why am I choosing this person, or to be in this space with this person who's not telling me where he is for 3 days? You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to go in circles if you keep trying to ask the person that's hurting you to make you happy. It's going to have you go like this. It is what it is. And I know it's easier said than, or it's harder. It's easier said than done. But that's the reality of it. We're watching it and we're like, oh my God, girl, I would fuck him up.
I got something a bit different from that. I definitely, for me watching that, it was a clear case of he has a known mistress and she knows about it. And it was kind of just like, where were you? But I know where you
think it was for TV?
Like, you think it was because she wasn't asking the question. This wasn't new. She wasn't asking the questions that a woman would ask if you were to find this information out. Like, what the fuck? Where were you? Who were you with? Where did you stay? What did you do? Like, who do you know there? Like, she wasn't asking the right question. So to me, it was a clear case of her trying to save face. It was like, I'm trying to give, I guess, something for this reality show, but I know what it is. Like,
right. Well, and that's what I'm saying.
She wasn't asking like, who were you with? Who do you know there?
And that's what I'm
saying. What are you doing there? Like, it wasn't. She was like, why would you drive past another beach to go to another beach? Bitch, you know why, and you know who he went.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. She's been knowing who he it is for TV. That's what I'm saying. Like, we can sit up here and depict the marriage, or whoever else can sit up here and be like, girl, what I would have did. But my thing is, she already knows, because this is not something that just happened on camera. Mistress. If anything, he's looking at her like, bitch, you know where I was, or the routine.
And that's how his demeanor is the demeanor of a man who's been cheating for a while. And now his wife, that already knows what the fuck is up, is a nuisance because she keeps asking the same fucking questions that she already knows the fucking answers to. And he wants to slap the shit out of her ass. Like, that's what I got from that whole situation. Okay.
I agree.
That man is so arrogant, and she makes it so much worse. I'm not sure how her acting career is. Maybe she financially needs him. I don't know.
I feel like clearly he financially needs her from what it looks like, but I don't know. I mean, that's me judging. That's from me outside looking in. It just looks like she's the breadwinner, but then again, I don't know.
I got the other way, because I think they said,
what does he do?
He was something.
Oh, okay.
or something, or
Oh,
a
okay.
lawyer. He's a lawyer or a tech guy, or he has some sort of really
Good
upper
job. Okay.
echelon
Okay.
profession.
Got
And I know
it.
she said her last gig was like Tyler Perry or something. Now I'm not sure, not to say that you can't make a lot of money with Tyler Perry, but what I'm saying is I know with COVID and everything, I personally haven't seen her out here working, acting.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. So I don't know if he's a breadwinner or what. That's what it seems like, because it's just, why are you letting him get away with this? He's disrespecting your mama. Like, it's really getting out of control
Right.
from a viewer standpoint. Even if he is cheating, you're not about to be disrespecting my mama. Like, you're just doing a lot.
Isn't she a
Like, he just
pastor
doesn't give
too?
a
Like,
damn.
listen, I've seen it with my own eyes, before in other relationships. And I know that these type of relationships exist. I put blame on the person that is complaining the most and is not doing anything about it. Because at the end of the day, he is going to be who he is. And if he was going to change, he would do it. You wouldn't have to be like, oh, oh, oh. I mean, I think that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if anything that makes them, I don't know. I don't know. Those type of people are not right in the head. So
No.
it is what you can't
Yeah.
reason with that. He's
But this
going to
is
be
a
who he
great
is.
step if she wants to restart her life,
I
restart her
hate it because she
everything.
has 3 kids with him, because,
It's
and that's
fine.
got to be difficult. But to me, peace of mind and having your peace of mind is even more
Yeah.
difficult. And I
You don't
think
want your
that,
kids watching that shit growing up.
and my
That's
thing is
just
too,
it
we
work.
put so much emphasis on being together for so many years that we neglect that, nigga, I was crying for all 6 of them.
I know.
Like,
And at the end of
what?
the day, like, kids don't want to be kids, pick up on energy and shit. And kids
Yes.
don't want to see that shit either. Like, you could be happier apart and give that
Yes.
child a better, more fulfilling life than a cold ass house with 2 parents in it that
Yes.
show no love. You know what I'm
All
saying?
to
Like,
say, like, oh, well, we made it 20 years. Girl, 20 years. Like, we not our grandmamas no more. We ain't got to put up with that shit. Like, no.
there's
It's a
options
different
out here. And
time.
this is a great platform. If you look at the track record, a lot of Atlanta Housewives, they have dropped their men and got new men on this platform here, because your shit could blow up and he could be so yesterday and you could be on to the next season with a new
Yes.
nigga doing something else. Okay.
Or by yourself, or finding
Or
peace.
by yourself. Or by
And
yourself.
I think we don't promote that enough. Not you and me, but society doesn't promote that enough, in the sense of, in a healthy way, where being by yourself, for it could be for a brief moment, it could be for however long, it doesn't mean forever. Or you could do a wholehearted Stedman and Oprah thing. Like, there's all sorts of different types of relationships, but the best relationship is going to come from the one that you have with yourself. And you train people how to treat you. And my thing is, you can be so much happier by your damn self. And by the time you know it, shoot, somebody, while you working on you and your inner thoughts and what you attract, or whatever the case may be, somebody's, preparing your man for you. And so it doesn't, being by yourself, I guess my point is, it doesn't always have to be a negative thing that I feel like society makes it look like. Oh, well, this person's by themselves, or she can't handle man. What's wrong with her? Why she can't keep no man? It's all these different narratives that are placed out there, instead of, damn, that bitch look happy. She's at peace. She does this. She does this. Whereas Tim and Tanya over here with the fuckery. So it's balance. I think you just have to figure out what it is that gives you peace of mind. Because, baby girl, from what we see, that ain't it. But again, you got to tell yourself stuff to stay in stuff. So I don't know what she'd be telling herself. But
Yeah.
yeah,
To me, she has the most interesting storyline. I
she
guess this
does the
season.
most
Everything else is
interesting,
really dry.
which is not a lot to say.
I
But
think it was cool for them to. I'm hearing people talk about this too. People are calling Portia Martin Luther Portia and all this stuff, and they're like, "Okay, how many more episodes of Martin Luther Portia? Like, what are we gonna do?"
I
And I feel conflicted by it, because I feel like that was a great thing she did. It should be acknowledged. I do think that's cool. They portrayed it on one episode, maybe even 2 episodes, but it feels like this is a trend or a theme throughout the whole season so far. And it's just like, for one, we don't want to repeat that shit. Like it's like we've been going through that shit so much. So we just lived this a few months ago, all the riots, all having to look at the freaking police brutality over and over again on the news. It's like, I understand we have to honor it, but it's like at this point you're kind of dragging it for a storyline, and I don't really like that a lot. I think hopefully this is like the last one.
Please.
And then it's just like, I don't want to make it seem like Portia is doing something amazing, but there are millions of other people, just normal people out there doing that shit too. Like, we all were out there marching and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just
facts.
A lot of people were protesting and marching.
A lot of people were
more than ever before. And I just think they're kind of dragging it a bit much. I
agree. I mean, you said that beautifully. I mean,
that's all I'm saying.
You said that.
But power to her. I think she did a great job. But
I could not have packaged that. I could not have packaged that up any more beautiful. So thank you. But you said everything that I would have wanted to say with that. I'm good on seeing more of it. You know, maybe we can pivot and have her you know, talking about like other advocacy and different other types of things that she's actively doing, you know, behind the scenes, not so much front page, you know, but like just more of like a natural thing. But yeah, this whole continuance of it, we get it. It's not something that I don't want to see because I feel like it always should be shown, and it's a reality for a lot of us of brown people, but it's just like, okay, at this point, you know,
it's like every scene like, okay, we're back on the front lines.
Well, like, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. Like, my thing is, it's like, I don't want to say it doesn't fit. It's just like, sometimes it just feels like it's just, all right, let's just throw this in there.
Thrown in there.
And it's like, wait, what? Didn't I just see the girl pulling her wig or somebody getting cussed out by their husband, and then now we're marching? Like, it was just weird.
It's not flowing how it needs to flow. And then it's a part of it that makes it seem like they're kind of sugarcoating over like her and Dennis's relationship. So instead of talking about that situation, it's just like, let's focus on the protest. Like,
now, what they could have done, not to take away from what they are doing, but what they definitely could have done is just put together like a 45-minute special or hour special.
I agree. I would have liked that a lot better, probably.
And exactly, and just put it chronicalized, you know, whatever, you know, put it together, packaged it up, and it would have been a special Real Housewives Bravo presents, you know, type of ordeal. And then we could have followed it along like, oh my God, this is really cool. And that way it, you know what I'm saying? It ties together the housewives, but it makes more sense.
Girl, they ain't got no content. Okay.
Yeah, they don't.
In all honesty, they could have just pumped the brakes on this season. Like, y'all should have probably just pumped the brakes, because I'm just waiting to see the little stripper party thing. And that's the only real tea.
And that seems to be like at the very end of the season. So we probably won't even see that for another 10 episodes.
I can't imagine what they have to talk about for 10 more episodes. Like, it's really bad. And I love Atlanta Housewives, but it's just not.
I do too. It's not.
And not to say it always has to be drama and negative shit, but it's just like, no one's energy is really there to me. And it's like, maybe because we all been going through COVID, maybe everyone needs a fucking break, you know? Maybe it's hard to just pop right back on the reality cameras.
Well, and apparently everybody's been doing the same thing, eating in the house.
Yeah.
You know, it's really nothing going on.
Yeah. Braxton's is really bad too, girl.
And poor Kenya, you know, Kenya just looks like she has just been taken down through there. You know,
depressed. I told you Kenya's depressed. And she was during the time of filming or whatever.
And again, to kind of circle back to my point about being together with somebody or not, some oh my god, the poor girl just looks like her energy is just depleted, just gone, just like she has nothing to give herself. And it really is sad to see. Even the attorney, I don't know if you caught the attorney when she was talking to the attorney, and he thought that he was kind of
Mhm.
off air, and he was like, girl,
You need to get it
listen, you
together.
have got to get yourself together. I mean, like you cannot allow a man, like he
Mhm.
literally was having like a off record, even though the cameras were rolling outside. But for
Mhm.
another man to tell you, like, sis, this ain't it. Like,
Yeah.
get
Can't be
yourself
deceiving like this.
together.
Yeah.
It's
Life
sad.
sometimes it be like that, man. It just be so life is hard, man, especially when you go through things and it ain't easy.
It's not
And
easy. And it don't help when you have somebody dragging you down through there too.
I'm sure
Life is hard
publicly
by yourself, I guess is my point.
off
Just
camera.
by
It's hard
yourself
off
off camera
camera.
is hard.
The moments when I get done dirty and played, I don't have to replay those on camera. I just replay them in
No,
my mind, you
no,
know? So to have the whole world
no.
see when somebody done me dirty, it's like
Ooh.
that has to be mentally just
And now I
draining.
have to talk about it. I have to talk about it. I have to relive it. I have
Yeah.
to unpack it. Like a lot of them say, like a lot of this was last year. So we're having to bring this shit up. And
Yep.
now I'm pissed all over again, you know? So who knows? I will be continuing to watch The Housewives just because. But I don't know. I feel like I don't really watch TV like that anyway. I mean, I'm always on
Yeah,
um
girl, YouTube is where it's at.
YouTube or Amazon Prime watching some movies. Can't wait for Snowfall.
I
But
know.
yeah.
The Braxtons is bad like that too. The first two episodes was okay, but then I think Tamar chucked the deuces after that, and they're like on the. I think they did a mini season, so like they have 5 episodes, and their finale was like the fifth episode or something. So I'm just like, why did y'all even do that? And I see why Tamar's pissed because it's just like y'all are so pressed to, I guess, just to grab that check real quick. But it's so forced. Like you could tell they don't fuck with each other. They're just there for the camera.
Yep.
It's just sad. It's just fucking sad.
I hate it. That's tragic. Really is. I
Yeah.
mean, it really is.
Yeah. And Tamar came out. I think she went viral too, briefly last week because she was
Oh,
on
Taraji.
oh yeah, Taraji has a talk show or something. I don't know. I think she was interviewing her and she was saying like she did. This is the first time I actually heard her admit, like, yes, I attempted the suicide attempt. Like, and she
Wow.
said, my son would be better without me. That just like broke my heart.
Sad.
And it's just fucked up. If her family can watch that and not be like, I don't know. I just think it comes a point in time. I guess I don't know because I've never had that much money in my face or whatever, but it just comes a point in time where it's like, fuck this money, fuck these cameras, fuck this fame. We need to be here for our family. Tamar, you get off camera, you stop talking to people. Like, let's just focus on you getting back to where you need to be. But
Right.
I don't feel like there's no one there for her like that.
Facts. Well, I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
everybody just kind of has their own agenda. And the thing about it is, just because, yeah, like, I feel like her family is not gonna be that source for her. Like, I feel like she wants them to be, just because
Right.
everybody's doing whatever. And like, as much as we all would love certain people in our family to be and provide certain things for us,
Yeah.
emotionally, whatever, mentally, they just are unable to. And so I feel like for Tamar, what she really needs is a really, really good friend, confidant. And again, I'm not saying she doesn't have these things. What I'm saying is
Facts.
that we all have to have somebody in our corner that when we go to them, it's like, girl, you remember when we was in college and motherfucking, like brings us back down to the real in a safe space and will tell us things where even if I don't like what you say to me, I'm not gonna be like, bitch, Baba, I'm not gonna pop off because I know that you are my safe space and I trust that you are giving me information and advice that nobody else would give to me. in a way in which you could give it to me for me to receive. And I don't know, and not everybody has that. Especially the higher and higher you go up, apparently as a celebrity, hell shit, the higher we go up in our, circles, people drop off. So I can only imagine when we get, what I'm saying? Who knows who's gonna be there?
Yeah,
But
it's so hard to find.
I agree with you. I mean, I feel like she needs support for sure.
Yeah,
And I don't think she's getting any of it.
she don't seem like it. So I don't know. God bless her. Hope everyone um has a safe and wonderful holiday. Shit.
Any plans for? So you're gonna be in Georgia?
You love telling my whereabouts.
I forget. Well, because I guess I'm gonna be in Georgia too, so that's why I was like,
It's like I may.
But no. So I didn't say what part.
I'll be happy. I'll be in Georgia.
Okay, turn up. We have I guess we can share. I mean, we won't share the guest, but we have some celebrity exciting stuff coming up that, we should be releasing over the next, I don't know, we'll probably release it in another 2 weeks, but yeah, I'm excited about that.
Oh, wow.
Coming up. The content that we will be releasing is going to be good content. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. But my ass will be in Nashville for Christmas. My friend, she's going to be flying in town tomorrow with her 2 kids, her 2 girls. So I'm just like, Lord Jesus. Why did I agree to this?
Oh, you have friends coming to stay with you for Christmas?
Mm-hmm. A friend and her 2 kids.
Okay.
Yeah, she's she needed to get out of Kansas City. So she's gonna be flying in just for a couple of days, but I didn't realize, she needed to get away that bad. So I was like, okay, well, just come, have Christmas, whatever, so that's what we'll be doing, is having Christmas here. I mean, just them. My mom will probably come over. And that's really it. Low key. So
nice.
That's all I got.
I have yet to be in the Christmas spirit, but I am grateful to be closing out the year doing this show still with
Yes.
Such a blessing. And can't wait for the new year. The next time you'll hear from us, y'all, will probably be 2021.
2021 for sure. But we will have a good opener for you guys. I'm so excited about. It'll be interesting.
I don't want to jinx it. I ain't saying shit. I don't know what's going on.
Well, we gonna get it together. We gonna get it together. So, but yeah, no, we will see y'all in 2021. We hope you guys have a happy holiday. Enjoy the time, whether it be with your family or your loved ones or by yourself, either one. Happy holidays and God bless.
Yeah, God bless. We're so blessed to be here, y'all.
God
2020 has been rough, okay?
And I just gotta say, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Because
I just thought about him when I said that.
Did you? Oh my God.
My mind went straight to him.
I had to say that. Rest in peace.
Because I can't believe it's about to be a year. Come January, it's going to be a year at the end of January. It's just, that shit still don't seem real to me. It don't seem right. Don't seem real. I can't.
We didn't even talk about her. We didn't talk about her mom.
Before we close out, oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. This is actually on my list, and you just reminded me with the whole Kobe Bryant thing. I know we have not done this in a while when we have teabagged somebody, okay?
Oh, you brought out the teabags.
Vanessa Bryant's mama, okay? Now I know I don't be getting in family business like that, but this is tragic. Are you like...
You Vanessa said Bryant that on the post. He was like, I don't be getting into people's business like that.
Usually family quarrels, I don't have nothing to do because you don't know what happens between family. I get that. But I don't even care what happened here. You to sue your daughter for well, I think $5 million plus a car plus a house.
Like
And
$95 an hour worth
you're
of
suing your daughter in the same year that she had to bury her husband and her daughter,
daughter.
child. Oh no, that's I don't care what the beef is between them. That's sick. You don't do that to your worst fucking enemy. You give them the grace to collect themselves for the fucking year if that's the case. This woman has been through hell and back. Buried her own
Hell,
daughter and her husband and her daughter, her flesh and blood. Your flesh and
oh,
blood, lady. And
I
you gonna sue her for
still
some fucking
can't.
money? That is sick. I'm sorry. That's
I
sick.
still can't even believe it.
That's just sick, y'all. I don't know the details. I don't know. I just think that's just so wrong. It's just so wrong.
I still cannot believe it.
Mm-mm.
Um, and it goes to show that again, family, the people who you think or at least feel like they should, be there in ways that other people won't are is crazy. And it be your family, it be your own family. It be your own family, y'all.
Mm. They said
Sick.
sometimes blood ain't no thicker than water.
Sick.
That's what they said. Blood ain't thicker than water.
Sick is all I can say. And I just, God bless her. I feel terrible. I feel terrible for her. And
Yeah, that's so sad.
I can't imagine what she's going through. I know she feels alone.
Mm-hmm.
Um again, most people wouldn't say that because it's like, "Oh, well, she's got this person, this person, this person, she got the community, all these different people." But again, they were such a tight-knit family.
She lost her husband and her
They were
child.
such a tight-knit family. Super, to me, I would consider them super private. We really didn't see Kobe until we saw Kobe. And when we
Oh,
saw Kobe, especially in his latter years, after retiring, he was a family man to a TT. Always been a family man, but so they were
that
just a
man.
close-knit family.
Yes.
And to lose one half of like your world along with your daughter, both of them were her world. I can't imagine what that feels like.
And to still have to get up every day and do it for your
Get
4 other
up
kids.
every day and act as though
She got
with a
4 or
smile
3
on your
kids,
face, pretty
3 or
much.
4 other daughters. Like, oh my God.
And think about it, 2 out of the 3 that are still living will not remember their father.
Yeah, she has 2 like young. Like one is like 8 months or a year, and the other one's like 3 or
Yep.
4.
So two of them won't really remember. One of them for sure won't remember their dad. The other one may have like glimpses or whatever, but the oldest is gonna have to be the one to even tell them what their dad was like.
Yeah, God pray for the oldest too, because it's like it's really just you and your mom now, because your other sister gone, your dad gone. It's just you and your mom who have to really raise these 2 young children now, because that sister, the oldest one, is about to be like a second mom.
Yep.
So this is just all around tragic.
I mean, it's just still tragic. It's still, when you think about it, tragic. Nobody can believe that he's even gone. I still can't believe it.
I can't.
Um,
It never gets easier. It's so funny because I was watching I'm obsessed over Selena. So I watched the Selena thing on Netflix or whatever. Got me so here's what I can say. The casting on that Selena Netflix thing was trash. Okay. There's only like 3 good actors on there. But I love Selena so much. It was so interesting to know, like, to really know the depth of her story and like her struggle and like how poor they were, and just like it made me just really interested in like her life and shit. And I ended up like reading the book that I bought the book that her husband wrote about her. I still to this day can't believe, now that I know all the information that I really know, I'm like, I can't believe this lady took Selena. Like, how could she have done this? Like, this Selena was like the Beyonce, the Aaliyah, I mean, I don't even want to compare her to them. She was Selena, but she was praised and worshiped
yeah.
by so many people, like Mexican people, American people. She was beautiful. She was just like super talented. And to have a person who
That
you
close to
fucking,
you.
yes, a person that you gave a job to. She gave this lady a job. She trusted this lady, and this lady really killed her.
And I'm trying to
God
figure
blame her.
out why I can't. Oh, it's been a while. You know what? I may need to
Girl.
watch that movie. No, I don't want to watch that movie
I
tonight.
just watched Selena again too, and J-Lo killed it. I just can't even believe how J-Lo pulled that off, because I was watching, the real clips of Selena, and then I was watching the movie because I'm just
Yeah,
obsessed with it at this point. And I was just like, J-Lo killed that shit. Like, I just can't. She has every single mannerism of Selena
every
just
single
down.
mannerism.
She
Anything
killed it.
for Salinas.
That
Why did she
girl.
kill her again though? Like, what was it?
Girl, jealousy and envy, psychotic. This is why I don't fuck with people who love you but they hate you. This is the thing. It's such a thin line between love and hate. All right. Jealousy is literally just an inch away from love. It's somebody that loves you so much that they fucking hate you because they can't be you. All right. And this is what happened. She adored Selena so much. This lady, Yolanda, whatever her name is, 2025, she'll be up for parole. We'll see if she actually gets it. She's one of the most hated women in Texas. Like, they literally have hate groups to this day, like for Yolanda Saldivar, whatever her name is. But anyways, she literally called Selena's dad for over a year, left messages on their answer machine basically saying that she wanted to start a fan club for Selena. She was like, I'm her greatest fan. I would love to start a fan club. I can't believe Selena doesn't have a fan club. Can I get in touch with you about starting one? So after listening to all the messages, the dad finally called her back. He asked Selena, he's like, hey, you want to start a fan club? It shouldn't be too much. And she's like, yeah, whatever. They start the fan club. It gets some popularity. They ended up getting like 11,000 members the first year of the fan club. So they were so impressed with Yolanda that they were like, oh my God, we want to hire you to be Selena's like personal assistant and like help run her boutiques and stuff. She had a great relationship with Selena. She called her like Auntie Yolanda or whatever. So she didn't gain this woman's trust. So now she's not only running the fan clubs, she got her name on the bank accounts for the boutiques that Selena had, as well as like all of her personal business credit cards and shit, because she was running Selena's errands, everything. So what happened was about a year goes by and all these people start calling the dad saying, we never got none of our shit for the fan club. So he goes and checks the bank account. This lady then took all the fan club money, which was like
That's
over,
right.
it was like $39,000. She
That's
took the
right.
money, she
That's right.
transferred it into checks in her sister's name. She didn't want to use her
Mhm.
name. This is how conniving she was. She used her sister's name to write checks to herself with Selena's money. Okay. And then Selena kind of confronted her about it. Yolanda said she didn't know nothing about it. She claimed that she got raped in Mexico. She's like, Selena, you're my only friend. Please take me to the hospital, whatever. So Selena takes her to the hospital. The people at the hospital are like, Yolanda, you didn't get raped. Like, this story ain't adding up. There's no proof of rape here. So Selena's like, you know what? I'm done. This is like the last lie. I'm going to drop you off at your hotel. Just give me my tax papers and I'm be on my way. So apparently the argument got heated in the hotel lobby, or not the hotel lobby, her hotel room. And Selena was trying to get some tax papers for Yolanda. And eyewitnesses said that they heard Yolanda call Selena a bitch. And Selena ran out the door and Yolanda shot her in her back. She shot him in her back. Selena still was breathing. She was screaming. She ran all the way to the hotel lobby. She told the people, she was like, Yolanda in room 4, whatever, shot me. And they tried to resuscitate her. She ended up passing out and dying in the hotel lobby. But her last words was, Yolanda shot me in room whatever.
Oh my God.
Shit is so tragic, bro. So tragic. That was a whole rant, y'all. But that Selena story to this day is just like, I can't. Similar to Kobe Bryant, I just can't believe it. It's like the world doesn't make sense because that shit wasn't right, you know? That's why I don't fuck with people, though. If I get one hint that you really don't fuck with me, I'm not fucking with you no more. Hell no.
That is crazy.
Yeah, really sad. So R.I.P. Selena, R.I.P. Aaliyah, Kobe, everyone that we lost. We still think of y'all. Nipsey. Oh, that shit ain't right. Oh, Jesus, I can't.
I know it's just a lot to end on.
I may start a whole new podcast, y'all, because I have all the juicy details of all these crime cases.
You do have all the juicy. I'm over here like, damn,
girl. I be researching. I'm still finishing Selena's book, Chris, her husband's book, because he had
Was
some
he
real.
remarried?
He did, and to this day, he's still in love with Selena. That's really sad. Yeah, his wife knows and everything. There's nothing. I mean, he to this day, he said he still can't even just like breathe sometimes when he thinks about her not being here.
Oh my
God. Oh, that girl, I feel her spirit. That's how you know people's energy is so powerful, because like when I started watching Tupac stuff, I feel Tupac's spirit, like energy. He was alive right now. You know what I'm saying? Those are people with powerful souls. Like their soul will go on through time, like it'll never die. Yeah.
Oh, child, let me
yeah, this thing got deep, y'all.
And I don't even have no alcohol. Shit.
The last podcast of the year. It's okay.
Girl. Well, oh, what happened to my screen? But yeah, so okay. Well, that was a lot. Girl, I don't even know how to end on
Stay tuned, y'all. Once I think of a podcast name for the celebrity conspiracy crimes, we'll start that podcast. I'm gonna do something because there's so much information.
It is a lot of information. You got to get it out to the people.
I do.
That's so juicy. I forgot. I used to love them, and I know we keep like saying bye to say something, but I used to love the movie Black Selena. Like I used to watch it all the time, and it's just blanked out. Like, what was the reason why she killed her? And
jealous ass bitch.
I'm just like, damn, that was it.
Yeah. And do you remember what that lady looked like in that movie?
She was hit. She looks just like the girl.
How old do you think she was, girl? How old do you think that lady was that killed Selena?
Like 50?
This bitch was 34. 34 years old.
Oh my God.
I fell out. I said, ain't no way. This bitch was 34 years old, looking like she was 67.
Girl.
No wonder her jealous ass.
She was hit.
She was so hit, y'all.
And Selena was so nice. I mean, I can't even say.
She was beautiful inside and out.
Yeah, she was. She was and she was, she was loved by the people for sure. That's what be killing people.
Yes, it'd be that love. And people hate to see the love that other people give you if they don't get that same love. And it'll turn in an instant. It'll turn from admiration to fucking envy and jealousy in a fucking instant. You don't even know when it happens sometimes.
And fake pages nowadays. Fake pages is what it turns into. It's what the fuck it turns into in 2020. Yeah.
Well, I'd take a fake page than a fake bitch in my face any day. So hop on those fake pages.
Girl, these days you can't be too careful though. I mean, people are crazy. If they gonna get you, they're gonna get you. I mean, it's sick to me for you to block people who create a fake page just for them to create a whole nother fake page. Like, you know what it took for us to create our page, like, and keep up with our passwords. So for us to block you or you to block us, to only create another page to do the same thing, what the fuck for? Like, there's some psychotic shit up there.
There's something, because I don't stalk nobody.
I don't stalk people.
I'm so proud of myself, honestly, because we've all been there as like a woman, at least like dating. Maybe you'll stalk like an ex or whatever. I don't give a fuck about nobody. Like, when I tell y'all I'm not checking for nobody that's not in my life right now.
No,
not even a little bit. I don't care.
And if I have to check up on you, that should tell me right then something is not right. Something about the milk ain't clean.
Something ain't right with me.
Me.
I'm
doing too much at this point. I'm doing too much.
If I have to create
baby
girl, you need to focus that inward. Okay?
That's all I'm saying. Because we are moving on, living our lives, being authentically ourselves on our own pages. Check me, right?
Girl.
It's crazy. I'm just saying, that psychotic shit It's
Yeah.
real weird. It's showing up in other ways
You gotta
because
check
people
yourself.
don't have time to follow you around like they did in the 90s and the 80s. Now they just checking on you, figuring out where you are, what you doing, that's why your location, I see why people don't drop their location. So after they've left, the country traveling or some shit, it's like, bitch, I went to Mexico last week. I wasn't in Mexico. I'm just saying, like, people are psychotic out here.
Crazy as hell. People crazy, but hey, run up, get done up. Period. Over here. Run up, get done up over here. Okay?
That
Period.
period.
That
Woo, that just got off
was a
on
great show.
girl. I need some liquor today. I need some liquor. I've had a wonderful day today, and I am trying to just end it on all good vibes. This is what I needed. Therapeutic. I love our podcast. It's all positive vibes. We get so much love from you guys. I think we're up to 36,000 followers now and growing. It's ridiculous. So,
Thank you.
love y'all.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.